الآن دعونا نشاهد هذا الفيديو لمجموعة البنك الدولي والشركاء.
Housing finance is a vital tool for wealth creation and financial sector development through mortgage markets. As a national priority, the Egyptian government launched Housing for All Egyptians, سكن لكل المصريين. It's an initiative that was launched in 2014 under the directives of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to provide affordable housing for low and middle income citizens. This vision has fostered national efforts and partnerships to advance inclusive housing. Today, we proudly commemorate the 10th anniversary of the Inclusive Housing Finance Program, which was launched in 2015 with the World Bank Group, an important program that supports the translation of our national vision of housing for all Egyptians into tangible results. Between 2014 and 2025, the government of Egypt has allocated more than 200 billion Egyptian pounds in public investments to the Housing for All Egyptians initiatives. These national efforts have also been complemented by $1 billion from the World Bank, shifting the housing support to efficient demand-side mortgage finance. This program is built on a 20-year partnership with the World Bank, the largest active partner in Egypt's social housing sector, and is considered a flagship program alongside Takaful and Karama and Universal Health Insurance. The Ministry of Planning, Economic Development and International Cooperation is proud of this program's essential impact on social safety nets, providing decent housing to more than 4 million Egyptians, and particularly supporting youth and women by enhancing opportunities, financial inclusion, and narrowing the asset ownership gap.
Availing housing is considered a foundation to providing family stability and preserving citizen dignity. While the real estate development plays a significant role in enhancing economic growth and providing safe and sustainable housing, yet the dream of home ownership has remained out of reach for many middle and low-income citizens. The Housing for All Egyptians President Program, with the support of the World Bank Inclusive Housing Finance Program, has played an instrumental role in removing long-standing barriers that prevent individuals and households from accessing mortgage financing, mainly high interest rates, short loan tenures, and the difficulty of obtaining affordable financing, leading to the limited access to mortgage finance for many citizens. The Central Bank of Egypt is proud to be a partner in this impactful program, which has contributed to the social safety net package offered to the citizens of Egypt. The benefits of this program extend far beyond home ownership for beneficiaries to stimulating the construction sector, creating jobs, and empowering the financial sector, which in turn contributes to driving economic growth. The establishment of a dedicated asset management and risk-sharing framework by the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund is considered a key pillar of the program's success, as it has significantly reduced risks for financial institutions, enabling them to participate confidently in financing affordable mortgage under the Housing for All Egyptians presidential program, which achieved remarkable success, reflected in the exceptionally low default rate of less than 1%. Today, 23 banks are actively participating in providing affordable mortgages for low-income households, a dramatic expansion from just 4 banks in 2014, which fueled significant growth in the number of beneficiaries. The value of Egypt's mortgage market has surged from around $130 million in 2014 to over $2 billion as of June 25, representing an extraordinary increase of more than 15-fold. As we celebrate this milestone, let us renew our dedication to expanding access to dignified housing, fostering financial inclusion, and building a more prosperous future for all Egyptians.
Egypt's social housing program has been transformational cornerstone when it comes to financial inclusion. As the target segment of the mortgage initiatives were initially financially excluded, notably around 65% of the beneficiaries are first-time borrowers, many of whom are women and youth, which are the most vulnerable segment, marking a critical entry point into the formal financial system. In addition to the initiative's social impact, it has also demonstrated that by integrating underserved and marginalized segment into formal finance, the initiatives has created a new sustainable asset class for financial institutions, strengthened household resilience, and supported inclusive economic growth. At the Central Bank of Egypt, the financial inclusion is a strategic priority, and we are proud to have partnered in initiatives that advanced access to finance, allowing citizens to own homes while promoting financial literacy and responsible borrowing. In July 2025, the CBE, together with the Alliance of the Financial Inclusion and the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund, documented this experience through the case study on Egypt Affordable Housing Module, highlighting how inclusive finance can be a powerful drive of opportunity, equity, and resilience.
10 years ago, the government made the bold move to launch a social housing program to provide decent, formal access to housing to low-income families in Egypt. We've been very proud of the World Bank to support that journey through our partnership with the government through the Inclusive Finance Housing Program. This program is building the capacity of the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund and strengthening access to mortgage finance. By doing this, first, it provides access to housing to millions of low-income families. It is deepening the mortgage market, and it's creating jobs across the economy. This is very important in our partnership with the government and fully aligned with the country partnership framework. This also matters a lot for women inclusion in the economy by providing women access to homeownership and access to formal finance. And as we celebrate this partnership, we remain committed to continue that journey on a very important program that provides access to decent housing to low-income families.
The Social Housing Mortgage Finance Fund is leading a first-of-its-kind initiative in Egypt to advance affordable, efficient, and environmentally responsible housing. IFC, the private sector arm of the World Bank Group, is proud to support the Social Housing Mortgage Finance Fund with global expertise and local capacity building on hedge certification for green buildings, helping ensure that efficiency and sustainability are integrated into social housing at scale.
This milestone represents more than 14,000 housing units designed to deliver 40% energy savings, 43% water savings, and a significant reduction in embodied carbon. It's a powerful example of how sustainability can transform lives.
Good afternoon to all in New Cairo. My greetings from much colder Washington, D.C. today. I wish I could have been in person with all of you in Egypt, with so many people that I would dare calling them now friends, to celebrate this 10th anniversary milestone. I would like to convey my special gratitude and thanks to the government of Egypt for having the vision and implementing this ambitious program through the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund, so well managed by Dr. May for many years. This has been quite a long and joint journey also for my World Bank Group colleagues, worth celebrating today. Looking back at the past, I think it was a great decision to have created such a fund to enable low-income family success homeownership by combining a system of targeted upfront subsidies with a residential mortgage market, not that long after the new mortgage law was passed in Egypt. I also want to recognize there the great support received all along from the Egyptian financial regulatory authorities, and the results, I think, speak for themselves now. It has been a really great journey, but the road to affordable housing remains a long and arduous one, as experienced today by nearly all countries in the world, including even in Europe. And looking now at the future, I would like to encourage you continuing your efforts. Some were initiated through this World Bank P4R project, but probably have not reached yet their full potential. So that to combine private markets and public support on themes such as affordable housing, PPPs, residential rental solution, housing credit for undocumented income workers. Be assured the World Bank Group stands committed to pursue this great cooperation. Thank you so much.
Warm congratulations to the World Bank and the government of Egypt, and in particular SHMFF under the wonderful leadership of Ms. May Hamid, to reach this great milestone. I want to highlight a few specific reasons why this Egypt project is, in my opinion, special compared to many other schemes that I've been involved with in the world. The first one is the willingness of the government to commit to the gradual implementation of a housing subsidy scheme that is transparent, equitable, and not market distorting. That has helped in involving the commercial banking sector to participate in the project with their own funding, which of course in turn allowed the project to reach a big scale. It also is important because it doesn't leave unexpected burdens to the government in future years. The second very important aspect that is often lacking in many other countries is the role that SHMFF could play in improving over time the regulatory, policy, and legal environment in which the housing and mortgage sector operate. And in many countries, you don't have such a unit that is comprehensive and can look at the different components of the housing market, from the mortgage sector to green standards to the rental law. And that is a very important advantage that Egypt has.
The Egypt Inclusive Housing Finance Project has reached hundreds of thousands of lower-income Egyptian families by mobilizing the private sector to build and finance affordable homes. It shows that inclusive housing finance can work at scale when public policy and private delivery come together. That success is now shaping how we design similar operations in other countries.
أتشرف بقيادة فريق العمل من جانب البنك الدولي المعني بتنفيذ برنامج الإسكان الاجتماعي والتمويل العقاري الشامل بقيمة $1 مليار. البرنامج أثمر عن نتائج إيجابية من منظور تنموي، منها ومن أهمها 680 ألف أسرة من محدودي الدخل قدروا يتملكوا سكن ملائم لأول مرة في حياتهم، 24% منهم من السيدات، 65% منهم بيتعامل مع النظام المالي الرسمي لأول مرة. البرنامج بمحاوره المختلفة قدر إنه يساهم في خلق 3,800,000 فرصة عمل.
The Inclusive Housing Finance Program contributed to greater youth inclusion with over 54% of beneficiaries under the age of 40. In addition, this innovative program offers rental solutions to low-income households who do not qualify for mortgages in partnership with local fintech startups.
التعاون مع الشركاء من الجانب الحكومي ومن القطاع الخاص تم إطلاق عدد كبير من المشروعات Certified Edge، من أهمها على الإطلاق المتحف المصري الكبير، مستشفى بهية التجمع الخامس، ومشروع الإسكان الاجتماعي الأخضر اللي كان نتيجة مسابقة أو إطلاق أول مسابقة وطنية لتصميم بناء اجتماعي أخضر، واللي حصل في التصميم الفائز على شهادة إدج الدولية. إن شاء الله يتم تطبيقه على عدد كبير من الوحدات السكنية تصل ل 14,000 وحدة سكنية.